team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Sooners will kick it away first. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive. On 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Sooners line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A little release to the back. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to the ground game on the left. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. The give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He wants to go deep. He's got it. He's loose. He's at the top. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Sellers. Unloads it left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Just a little off. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run the counter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Finds his man. It's Burks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. At midfield, trying to turn it up backfield. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this. Intercepted. Got some room to run. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. Turning it on! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. From the gun, the ground game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They're going to ride this running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, corner's going to give them room. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Rides to back and leaves it. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line is going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Sategna. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. With the catch, it's Hunt. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. first down. Fires left. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second. Seeing that return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They go to the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Sooners will punt this one away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. South Carolina offense is back on the field. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception. interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step 1 in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's
right down the middle. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd, because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That's caught. It's Harbor. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got him downfield. Finds a seam. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Oklahoma. And the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary by this defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harper. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. One final play before the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Sellers. Pulls it in, it's Jacobs. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything that...
He uncorks one deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. It's Harper. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Bringing the heat. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Finds his man. It's Sellers. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. By multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Here we go, set. Now the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But Man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
The short hands, it's Jacobs. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Trying to do it on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The screen, he's got wheels. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
South Carolina, 10.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice, aggressive play call by the defense.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The give on the inside. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
That makes the score Oklahoma 70, South Carolina 10.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Bennett. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them.